Good day. Welcome to Just Another Messenger, your alternative decode of the digital, the political, and the prophetic. I'm your host, Tamara L. Powered by AI, grounded in truth, and fueled by rebellion, we sift through noise to bring you what they won't say out loud. If you're ready to unplug from the matrix and plug into the message, let's begin by hitting the subscribe, share, and like button. Continue to support the channel via Cash App at $JustAnotherMessenger. Let's dive into message. The system doesn't collapse. It adapts. History doesn't repeat itself. It rehearses. And every so often, the same role is cast again. Not as a villain, but as an administrator. Today, we're connecting two presidencies separated by 170 years. Millard Fillmore, the 13th President of the United States, serving from 1850 to 1853. And he's one of those presidents people vaguely recognize but rarely understand. Compared to the United States' current president, Donald J. Trump, to expose how law, order, and power behave when the system feels threatened. Millard Fillmore did not rise to power by election. He inherited the presidency after Zachary Taylor's death, at a moment when the nation was tearing itself apart over slavery. Fillmore believed one thing above all else: the Union must be preserved at any cost. His solution was the Compromise of 1850, a package of laws sold as peace, but enforced as control. At the center of the compromise was the Fugitive Slave Act, a federal mandate that forced citizens, states, and courts to participate in human capture. No jury, no testimony from the accused, financial incentives for returning a person to bondage. And President Fillmore didn't just sign it. He enforced it. States that resisted were overridden. Citizens who refused were punished. This was the moment federal law was openly used against conscience, and obedience was rebranded as patriotism. Fillmore's justification was simple. The law is the law. I don't make the law. I enforce it. That phrase didn't die in the 19th century. It became policy doctrine. When law protects injustice, neutrality becomes collaboration. Fillmore wasn't cruel. He was procedural. And that made him dangerous. Now let's analyze President Donald Trump. Donald Trump is not Millard Fillmore. Their personalities couldn't be more different. But the political climate they occupy is strikingly similar. A nation divided, institutions under stress, legitimacy questioned. Trump's language, law and order, national security, executive authority, mirrors the same moment Fillmore faced. Preserve the system, or let it fracture. Here's the connection most people miss. Fillmore expanded federal enforcement to preserve the Union. Trump challenges or reasserts executive power to preserve authority. Different directions. Same battlefield. When legitimacy weakens, enforcement increases. That's not ideology. That's system behavior. Millard Fillmore teaches us this. The greatest danger isn't the loud tyrant. It's the quiet administrator, who believes order matters more than justice. Trump's era, love it or hate it, is forcing the same question back onto the table. Does law serve the people? Or does the people serve the law? This isn't about left or right, past or present. It's about recognizing the pattern before it hardens again. Because history doesn't need villains. It survives on compliance. If this connected dots you were never taught to see, that's not an accident. That's history doing its job. This channel exists to expose the patterns, not protect the comfort of myths. If you value independent research, investigative storytelling, and truth without permission, like this video, subscribe to the channel. Share it with someone who still believes power is accidental. To support the work directly and keep this message moving, you can contribute via Cash App, $JustAnotherMessenger. No sponsors, no handlers, no filters, just another messenger, reminding you that law is never neutral. And time is up. Time is up.